Hello, this is Nicole Cooley with Kids First Education, and today I'm bringing you ELA in a flash. The standard we're going to be looking at today is RL 5-2. It's determine a theme of a story, drama, or poem from details in the text, including how characters in a story or drama respond to challenges, or how the speaker in a poem reflects upon a topic, and then summarize the text. The main parts we're going to be looking at today are determining a theme of a story from details in the text, including how characters in a story respond to challenges. So we're really looking at theme and characters today. Let's just briefly review what theme is. It's going to be the author's message to the reader. It's going to be a lesson that can be learned and applied to the reader's life. A lot of times, many themes will not have character names in it from the text that we read in order to determine the theme. It's just going to be some sort of lesson or message that can be applied to absolutely anyone. So what are some reading process or steps that we can look at in order to determine the theme from a text? The first thing we want to do is identify the main characters in the text. Then we want to identify the challenges that those particular characters face. Then we want to analyze how they respond to the challenges. And then we want to determine a theme based on those responses. So let's try it out. Today we're going to be reading some short excerpts from Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push by Walter Dean Myers, and this can be found on commonlit.org. So let's look at some of these excerpts or sections of this. Dad loved basketball and hoped that one day I would play the game. He taught me a lot, and I was pretty good until the accident. There were surgeries and weeks in the hospital, but the important thing was that I wasn't going to be walking again. I didn't like the idea, but Mom and I did learn to live with it. Dad took it hard, real hard. Sometimes I think he blames himself, Mom said. Mr. Evans asked me if I wanted to join a wheelchair basketball team he was starting. It was awesome to see guys my age zipping around in their chairs playing ball. I couldn't wait to start practicing. At the game, Dad went and sat next to the concession stand. I saw him reading a newspaper and only looking up at the game once in a while. I didn't know what to make of Dad's reaction, but I knew I wanted to play. By the way, Mom gave me a quick look. Mr. Evans called. He said he had missed your call earlier. Oh, I spoke to him late this afternoon, Dad said. I'm going to talk to him again at practice tomorrow. We practiced all week. Dad came again and said we were improving. Dad had shown us that we could play, and even though we had lost, we knew we would be ready for the next season. So the first thing to understand here is that the son, the narrator, is, this is in first person, it is from his point of view, so he is the I in the excerpts, and that we do have Mom and we do have Dad. Now, the two main characters, of course, would be the narrator and the dad. And so what challenges did each one of them face within the actual story or the excerpts that we read? First off, the narrator has lost the use of his legs and he cannot play basketball, which is not only one of his own dreams, but it's also his dad's dream for him because his dad had also played, as the text told us. Now, what is the dad's challenge? The dad and the son must accept this reality. Both of them need to accept that he's not going to be able to play basketball like his dad had on his legs. So how did each one of them react to the challenge? So the dad is this. Because he may blame himself for his son not being able to walk, the father at first doesn't see that his son may still be able to play basketball, just not in the regular way as he did. He does slowly come around by attending his son's practices and games. The dad has a very emotional reaction to what happens to his son, and through that, he withdraws at first from his son's life, but he does gradually come back around and becomes more involved. Now, how does the narrator or the son react to the challenge of not being able to use his legs to play basketball? The narrator, though upset that he doesn't have the use of his legs, becomes excited when he first sees basketball players in wheelchairs. He knows he wants to try it, showing us, the reader, that he has accepted his reality and did so sooner than his father did. He sees that his dream of playing basketball can still be a realistic dream. So let's look at two possible themes for this. Pursue your dreams no matter what. We can look at the son and realize that, yes, he was very sad, very upset that, of course, he had lost the use of his legs and couldn't play basketball at first like he thought he needed to without the use of his legs. However, he saw that there were boys his same age in his same predicament and decided that he could do it. So he's showing us, the reader, that we need to pursue our dreams no matter what. What is one other theme? Even though obstacles are thrown at us all the time, we should never give up on our dreams or the things we want to do. There is always a way to overcome challenges and pursue what we want to do in life. We just may need to look at the dreams in a different way. And so with both of them, both the father and the son, we are able to prove this. There are definite obstacles with the son losing the use of his legs, with the dad feeling a lot of guilt because he was driving, even though we didn't necessarily read that. We know that the dad does feel guilt because the mom says that she believes that he blames himself for it. But we should never give up on our dreams, which goes back to pursue your dreams no matter what. The son shows us that, and that there's always a way to overcome challenges, and he does that. And we do see that the father does come around to seeing the dream of his son playing basketball, just in a different way, in a wheelchair and not with the use of his legs. So we can prove both of these themes through details in the text around the characters, the obstacles that they overcome, and how they overcome those obstacles. But please notice that there are no characters' names within our themes. These themes are lessons or messages to us, the reader, that we can take and apply to our own life. So again, we looked at RL 5.2, and we looked at determining the theme of a story or drama, including how characters in a story respond to challenges. Again, we identified the main characters. It was the father and the son. We identified the challenges that they both faced in terms of the son losing the loss of his legs. Losing the use of his legs, and we analyzed how the characters responded to those challenges, each one. And then we were able to determine a theme based on their responses to that particular challenge. This has been ELA in a Flash, and for more ELA in a Flash videos, please visit our website at www.kidsfirst.llc. Happy reading!